Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up. When the video begins, imagine a sweeping drone shot of the truck parked in a rugged canyon, the golden light of early morning bouncing off the paint. The narrator's voice settles in. This is the 2026 Nissan Frontier PRO 4XR, a truck designed not just for the commute, not just for the trails, but for people who want both. Built with the DNA of Roush engineering fused into Nissan's proven PRO 4X platform. What you're about to see is not a concept, not a wild aftermarket build, but a factory-supported pickup that comes ready for the dirt, the desert, and the daily grind. The camera moves slowly toward the front of the truck, and the details begin to stand out. The grille immediately catches attention. Wider, meaner, dressed in titanium painted inserts with the Nissan badge sitting proudly in the center. Down low, the titanium-finished lower fascia integrates into a skid plate, its sculpted metal announcing durability. Underneath, red tow hooks are visible, their color popping against the metallic finish, serving both as a practical recovery point and a design accent. The headlights frame the face with LED projectors and distinctive daytime running lights, giving the truck a modern, aggressive stare. The camera glides around to the side, and here the transformation becomes even more dramatic. You notice how the truck doesn't sit flat like a standard Frontier, it sits taller, more purposeful. That's thanks to a full 2-inch suspension lift courtesy of Öhlins, with aluminium-bodied coilovers and remote reservoirs that not only add to performance but look the part with their anodized finish. Cooling fins along the reservoirs hint at endurance, built to withstand long sessions on hot trails where lesser shocks would fade. The wheel arches flare over titanium-finished 17-inch alloy wheels wrapped in beefy 265/70 R17 all-terrain tires, each sidewall showing off an aggressive tread pattern that promises grip on gravel, mud, and rock. Look closely and you'll spot Roush's R branding etched into the center caps, a small detail that tells enthusiasts this isn't just another midsize pickup. Red upper control arms peek from behind the wheel wells, not only functional for articulation but also giving the truck a bold splash of performance style. Along the doors, the bodywork is complemented by subtle but muscular lines, with Roush branding near the fenders and a bold R logo embossed onto the tailgate, giving the truck a signature look without overwhelming the design. Swing to the rear and the truck maintains the rugged yet refined story. The bumper is sculpted with titanium touches that mirror the front fascia, and the tow hitch sits ready for hauling. The tailgate proudly bears both Nissan's emblem and Roush's stamp of approval, reminding you this is a collaboration. LED taillights frame the back end, and the bed itself is ready for work or adventure. Drop the tailgate and you'll find a durable spray-in liner, tied downs at each corner, and enough capacity to carry gear for a weekend off-grid or tools for a week on-site. The proportions balance strength and function, making it clear this truck is as useful as it is stylish. Step inside now. The camera cuts to the door opening, and we move into the cabin. The first impression is a balance of utility and sophistication. The steering wheel is leather-wrapped, thick in your hands, and framed by metal look accents across the dashboard. Directly behind it, a 7-inch digital driver display delivers crisp readouts of speed, off-road angles, and navigation prompts. To your right, the centerpiece of the interior dominates, a 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen that feels modern, fast, and intuitive. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto make connecting seamless, while Nissan's navigation and Nissan Connect services provide over-the-air updates and voice-activated commands. Below the screen, physical knobs and buttons give tactile control over climate and audio, a thoughtful touch for when you're bouncing on rough terrain. The front seats are supportive, wrapped in premium materials with Roush R embroidery stitched into the headrests. The bolstering strikes a balance enough to hold you in place off-road, but not so aggressive that it feels uncomfortable on a long highway trip. Red stitching throughout the cabin ties into the exterior accents, while brushed metal and leatherette trim across the doors and console create a more upscale feel than you'd expect from a rugged midsize pickup. Slide into the rear seats, and you'll find ample space for passengers or gear. The seats fold up to reveal under-seat storage bins, perfect for stashing recovery tools or valuables out of sight. Cup holders, charging ports, and air vents extend comfort and convenience to the back passengers. The overall cabin environment blends Nissan's practicality with Roush's sporty identity, making it feel special without sacrificing everyday usability. Under the hood sits the tried-and-true 3.8-liter naturally aspirated V6, producing 310 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. It's paired to a 9-speed automatic transmission that shifts smoothly, keeping the truck in the right gear whether you're climbing a steep grade or cruising on the interstate. Power is sent to all four wheels through a robust four-wheel drive system, complete with low-range gearing for serious off-road situations. Off the pavement, the Öhlins suspension shines. The added ground clearance, combined with the precision of the dampers, allows the truck to glide over rocky trails with control and confidence. Where a standard truck might bottom out or feel unsettled, the PRO 4XR absorbs impacts gracefully. Approach, departure, and breakover angles are all improved, meaning fewer compromises when the terrain gets gnarly. The all-terrain tires bite into loose surfaces, maintaining traction where highway tires would spin helplessly. On dirt roads, the ride remains surprisingly composed, keeping passengers comfortable while the chassis stays planted. Now let's talk numbers. The PRO 4XR comes with a price tag of $47,960, which represents about a $4,400 premium over the standard PRO 4X model. At first glance that might seem steep, but what you're really getting is a package of performance hardware and visual upgrades that would cost far more to replicate through aftermarket modifications. And unlike piecemeal aftermarket builds, this comes fully engineered, tested, and warranted. Nissan's standard 5-year powertrain coverage combines with a 3-year, 36,000-mile Roush limited warranty, meaning you have peace of mind built into the ownership experience. Fuel economy remains respectable for the class, hovering around 19 miles per gallon in the city and up to 24 miles per gallon on the highway, depending on configuration. For a truck with this level of off-road focus, those numbers are competitive. As the review winds down, the camera pulls back for sweeping shots of the truck climbing dusty switchbacks, splashing through shallow streams, and cruising back into town as the sun dips low. The narrator's voice concludes with conviction. The 2026 Nissan Frontier PRO 4X Air by Roush is not just an evolution of Nissan's midsize truck, it's a statement. It's about giving everyday drivers the confidence to explore further, the style to stand out, and the reliability to do it again and again. Whether you're chasing trails on the weekend or tackling the work week, this truck bridges those worlds. Nissan and Roush have built something special here, and it proves that rugged doesn't have to mean compromised. The outro cue rolls in with the channel's logo and tagline. Thanks for watching Auto Tune Up. If this truck got your heart racing, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into the latest cars, trucks, and SUVs. Until next time, keep your engines tuned and your adventures wide open.